Okay, this video is about ionic equation, worksheet A. Okay, first question, write ionic equations for the following reactions. Identify the spectator ions. Now, spectator ions are ions which do not take part in the chemical equations, meaning that before the reactions, okay, this ion exists, and after the reaction, exactly the same ion also exists. That means not taking part in the chemical reactions. So the first step in writing ionic equation is to have a balanced chemical equation. So the first thing is we have to make sure that this chemical equation is balanced. Okay, and then the state symbol must be written. Then after that, if it is AQ, if it is aqueous, then it needs to be split into its ions. So in this case, we have 2 HCl. So HCl, split it will become H plus and Cl minus. But since there are 2 in front, that means there should be 2H2, 2H plus and 2Cl minus. And likewise for sodium carbonate, split to become Na plus and CO2 negative 3. This is the formula for the carbonate ion. Okay, and the 2 here means 2 Na plus, and that would form 2 Na plus, NaCl split into Na plus and Cl minus, so 2 Na plus, Cl minus. Carbon dioxide is a gas, so you don't split it, remain as CO2, and H2O is a liquid, so remain as H2O. Now this is an intermediate step, you do not need to write the state symbol. So from here we can see that the 2 Na plus, 2 Na plus. Before the reaction is 2 Na plus, after the reaction is 2 Na plus. So this Na plus is the spectator ion. So if it is spectator ion, then we have to cross it out. Spectator ion, 2Cl minus, 2Cl minus, cross it out. So the spectator ions would be Na plus and Cl minus, not 2 Na plus, not 2Cl minus. The 2 in front is merely to balance the chemical equation. So the 2 in front here is not part of the chemical formula of the ion. Okay, so when you have to write the chemical formula of the spectator ions, you don't write the 2 in front. So spectator ions, you can either write the chemical formula, like in this case sodium ion and chloride ion, or you can also write you can also spell out the words sodium ion, chloride ion, not sodium and chloride, but sodium ion and chloride ion. Then after that you rewrite the formula, leaving out the spectator ion. Then of course you have to write down the you have to include the state symbol. This is AQ, this is also AQ. After finishing writing the all this formula, you have to try to make sure that the number of atoms on both sides of the chemical equations are balanced. So there are 2H here, 2H, 1C, 1C. There are 3O, so 2O, 3O. And then the charges must be balanced. 2H plus, that means 2 plus. Total charge here is 2 plus. Total charge here is 2 minus. 2 plus, 2 minus. So they are balanced. So all the charges on the left hand side of the chemical equation should be the same as the right hand side of the chemical equation. Right hand side of the chemical equation, the charges are 0. So on the left hand side, 2 plus 2 minus, so the charges is 0 as well. Okay, so this would be the final answer. Okay, second question, same thing. Make sure that the first step, make sure that the chemical equation is balanced. Then after that, try to split HCl, split into H plus and Cl minus. NaOH, when you split NaOH, this is sodium hydroxide. So sodium ion hydroxide ion. You don't split it into O and H, because this O and H, they are together, hydroxide ion. Then NaCl, Na plus, Cl minus, and then H2O you do not split because it is liquid. Okay, so at this point, spectator ion, spectator ion. So the spectator ions are Na plus, Cl minus, or you can spell out sodium ion, chloride ion. Then rewrite H plus, Aq, OH minus, Aq, H2O, liquid. Okay. Third question. First step, make sure that the chemical equation is balanced. Then after that, if it is Aq, then split. This is solid, so we don't split. Zn, Aq we split. Copper 2 sulfate, split it into copper 2 plus, and sulfate ion. Zinc sulfate, split it into zinc ion, sulfate ion. Copper remain as Cu. Spectator ion. So the spectator, the lone spectator ion is SO2 negative 4. And of course, after that, we have to rewrite it. This is solid. Cu2 plus, Zn2 plus, Cu. Okay, double check. Cu, Zn, Zn. The charges on the left hand side, 2 plus. The charges on the right hand side, 2 plus. 2 plus and 0, so it's 2 plus. So the charges on the left hand and the right hand side of the chemical equation, of the ionic equation, must be balanced. Next question. Cl2, chlorine gas. You don't split because it's a gas. Aqueous, this one you split. 2 Na plus, 2 Br minus. Remember, these two belongs to Na and Br. NaCl, 2 Na plus, 2 Cl minus. Now, bromine. Bromine is from group 7, and as you know, the elements in group 7 exist in diatomic. That is why this Br2Aq, it exists in diatomic, meaning that you don't split. So it remains at Br2. Okay. Br2, it can either be written as Aq or liquid. It doesn't matter. Aq or liquid, whatever. I mean, either one. The thing is that you do not split this. It exists in molecular form. All elements in group 7, they are diatomic. They will not form ion. Okay, so spectator ion, which is Na plus, and then after that you have to rewrite it. Cl2 gas, 2 Br minus, Aq, 2 Cl minus, Aq, Br2 Aq. So this is the ionic equation. Okay, double check. There are 2 Cl here, 2 Cl, 2 Br, 2 Br. How about the charges? The charge is 0. The charge is minus 2, so it's 2 minus. So total charge on the left hand side, 2 minus. This one is 2 minus. This one is 0. Total charge on the right hand side, 2 minus. So it's balanced. How about this? Aq split, Ag plus and NO3 minus, silver ion and nitrate ion, Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, NO3 minus AgCl. This one you don't split because it's solid. Then you have to remove or cancel off the spectator ions. Spectator ions are NO3 minus Na plus. Okay, after cancelling out the spectator ions, you rewrite the chemical formula again. That's it. Okay, how about this? Magnesium react with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. So in this question, the chemical formula, the chemical equation is not provided to you. So you have to write it out on your own. Magnesium, Mg. What is the state for magnesium? Solid, because magnesium is a metal. All metals are solid except mercury. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sulfuric acid or acid, Aq. Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate, how to write the formula is Mg 2 plus SO 2 negative 4. Then you cross multiply, you get MgSO4. Okay, and this one, the state symbol is actually Aq. Okay, this one you learn it in the solubility table under salt chapter. Why is it Aq? You learn it in the salt chapter. Hydrogen, H2. Yes. Then you have to make sure that the chemical equation is balanced. Now it is balanced. If it is not balanced, then you have to balance it. Okay, if it is Aq, then you have to split. Mg, no need to split because it is solid. H2SO4 you split. When you split H2SO4, remember you split like this, 2H plus and SO4, 2 minus. Mg 2 plus, SO4, 2 minus. Hydrogen, you don't split. SO4, 2 negative, SO4, 2 negative. Okay, then you rewrite solid, 2H plus, Aq, Mg 2 plus, Aq, H2 gas. So the spectator ions is SO 2 negative 4. Okay, now you wouldn't know whether you really know how to write chemical ionic equations until you tried it out on your own. So my advice is to redo this worksheet. If this worksheet is not available to you, if you don't have this worksheet, if you don't have a blank worksheet of this, then you can actually just write down, just copy down all the questions, all these questions, copy down. They are not a lot. Copy down on a piece of foolscap paper, and then after that, try to write out the ionic equations on your own. If you can get all your ionic equations correct, then that means you know how to write. That's the end of this video.